Okay, let's get in one more special guest to talk about that one stock that he would buy in the current market scenario. To talk about that, on today's segment of One Stock to Buy, it's Amrish Baliga, market expert. He joins us right now to speak about, well, the top recommendations from the mid-cap space. Amrish, thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us. Give us one pick that you would recommend the investors to buy from a 6-month to a 1-year perspective.
One stock which I've recommended in the past also is Exide Industries, which is basically into the replacement market. I think that's the big story going ahead among the auto ancillaries, where we see the demand really booming going ahead if you're talking the next year and a half, 2 years. So this is one stock which we are recommending.
You mentioned about the replacement market. If you look at the stock price of Exide, it's corrected over the last 1 year due to lower replacement demand. What's the outlook going forward on that?
See, if you look at the number of vehicles which have been sold between 2008 and 2011, that's been a record, even if you look at the history. So these vehicles will come up for replacement of batteries. So that's the demand which I see going ahead, because normally a battery lasts for about 3 to 4 years. So that replacement demand will come in the next 1 or 2 years. And generally the margins in the replacement market is much higher than OEMs, which is what will help improve the margins for Exide. At the same time, in the past few months, we have seen the lead prices also correcting, which was one of the issues for Exide, like in the last year. So, with this issue also being taken care of, we clearly see the margins improving.
Amrish, talking about the financials, what about the margin growth and what kind of bottom line growth do you expect Exide to post?
Margin front, in fact, we see at least 150-200 basis point improvement, basically because of the lead prices going down, and with their refining capacity also improving. And at the same time, if you're talking of the EPS, we are looking at an EPS of about 7.5 or 7.75 for FY13 and about 9.4 to 9.5 for FY14.
Is there any downside risk to the recommendation that you like to tell investors?
Downside risk in terms of price, I suppose we could see levels of about 120, 125. I don't really see the stock going much below that. Unless, of course, you have a surprise move in the lead prices and they shoot through the roof like what we have seen in the last year. I don't see any other risk as such for the time being.
Okay, and Amrish, just wondering, if you don't see too much of a downside risk, what's the target price and the time frame with regards to this target price for Exide?
The target price for Exide would be about 165, 170 within a time frame of about 4 to 6 months. But if one is willing to hold on for a year plus, I'll not be surprised if we see levels of about 195, 200.
Amrish Baliga, thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us and giving us your perspective on this segment. One stock to buy, Amrish Baliga would go out and buy Exide Industries at today's prices. 144 is where that one is trading. Take a break on that note. We come back in moments from now, talk about the rupee in great detail, which is around the 56 mark.